I'm pleased to introduce Neil Martin, Director at MBR Partners, one of the leading international search agencies in the tech space, who will be discussing how to best get on the recruiter's radar and secure your next job. Hi, Neil. So what would be your recommendations for a person who's actively looking for a new role right now?
Okay, well, I think when you're looking for a role, you should really treat finding a job like a full-time job in its own right. The amount of people that simply think that a job will come to them and everything will be fine, I'm afraid actually you should be putting in a lot of effort yourself and coming up with a strategy of how to get the best possible next opportunity for you.
Okay, so you mentioned having a correct strategy. Could you elaborate on that, please?
Well, I think first of all people have to come to a decision as to what type of role and what type of company they really want to work for. That's the number one thing. So if you like, that's your target. And then aside from that, they need a strategy regarding their online profile, what headhunters to engage with, and also how they can possibly utilise their own professional network as well. Everyone has a personal and professional network, so it's best to engage those people as well to help you find the most appropriate type of role.
Okay, so what would your advice be on the best way to use social media and job boards to help yourself find a role?
Well, personally, I'm shocked by the amount of people that still don't properly use a platform like LinkedIn. Really, LinkedIn is your shop window to the world, and it should really be fully up to date. You should have all of your key achievements listed, the companies that you've been working for, and also you can even turn on the tab that says you're actively looking for a new role, and that automatically flags up with recruiters using the platform, not just headhunters but also internal recruiters at some of the biggest companies in the world. And from that perspective, you should be able to drum up quite a lot of opportunities that come to you, or they appear to come to you, that would otherwise would have passed you by. Similarly with job boards, if you're available immediately and there's no way that your existing company can find out that you're looking for work, then by all means use as many as possible. I would say that one thing to look for though is that when you're looking at international roles, there are regional differences with professional networks and job boards. So do a bit of research into which ones are applicable. For example, Germany has a very successful professional network, so does Russia. So there are other ways, don't just think LinkedIn. A good example in fact is in the US, Google Plus and Facebook are used a lot more than they are in Europe. So again, get yourself a professional profile on those platforms.
Right, okay, well that's social media. What about dealing with headhunters directly?
Okay, well the way headhunters such as MBR Partners work is that we're given a very detailed set of requirements from our customers, and then we go and search the whole of the market for the right people. So we approach not only people that are actively looking for roles, but also those that are passive candidates. Now that means that if you have any sort of online network at all, and perhaps even if you don't, then the chances are we'll actually find you anyway. And therefore approaching headhunters directly shouldn't really be an issue or something I'd necessarily even recommend. That said, there are specific recruiters within certain spaces that it makes sense to flag up your details with. And with those types of recruiters, I feel it's always best to try and meet them face to face. When I have a coffee with someone, I'm often thinking to myself, okay, I know where this person might be best placed, but where else might I be able to position them as well? Where else might make sense? And I think that type of thought process really only happens when you meet someone face to face and you understand a little bit more about them, their energy levels, what motivates them, and potentially that cultural fit really comes through.
Okay, that's great, Neil. Thank you very much.